Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Anion Sports. First things on deck, Brandon Marshall signs with the New York Giants.
Center,
Cue the highlights.
The pass, far side. Marshall caught it. Touchdown. Great point you just made there, John. It's not about stats or ego. It's just about get the win as he calls plays for 15. Going to Marshall, back shoulder, and a flag down as Marshall powers over the goal line and is in for the touchdown.
Indianapolis asked for that one.
Sorry, Kevin, wherever Brandon Marshall's going, Connor Barwin going to get some hands on him. Paying special attention to him.
Fitzpatrick in trouble, gets away, throws end zone. It's caught, and it's a touchdown. Brandon Marshall making amends.
Brandon Marshall is a six-time Pro Bowl wide receiver. He owns the NFL record for most seasons with 100-plus receptions. He also owns the NFL record for most receptions in the game at 21. He's third on that list at 18. Brandon Marshall also is the only wide receiver in NFL history to have 4 teams that he has caught 1,000-yard seasons for. Basically, I'm going to just put it how it is. Brandon Marshall is amazing. Every place he goes, he impacts that franchise's all-time record list. After getting his release, he signed a 2-year contract, and what if they paired him with a transcendent talent in the NFL? Oh, wait! They did! Cue the highlights!
We're down in 2. Bannon throws, Beckham, a diving catch! What a catch! Odell Beckham Jr. for Giants touchdown!
You have got to be kidding me. I mean, this guy does it almost on a weekly. Great coverage by Will Blackman. Thrown up.
Touchdown. Brings it in with the left hand, then the right hand, ruled a touchdown on the field.
Is the running back. Play action. And Manning's going to heave one. There's a flag. Beckham, a one-handed catch. How in the world?
Oh, my goodness.
And Brandon Carr was back there. I mean, he is insane.
I don't think he stepped out either. That may be the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Number 39. Penalties decline. Result of the play. Touchdown.
You have to be kidding me. That is impossible. That is absolutely impossible what he just did.
Joining me on today's episode is my very first special guest, Richard Lewis.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Nice to have you on the show. So, how do you feel about this signing, Brandon Marshall going to the New York Giants?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a big signing. They definitely have now one of the best receiving corps in the NFL, hands down. I mean, you pair a would-be Hall of Famer, should-be Hall of Famer, with the up-and-coming talents of Odell Beckham, Sterling Shepard.
Bowling Green Zone, Roger Lewis.
Yeah, you instantly just boom. Now, the question is, will they be playoff contenders or Super Bowl contenders? Now, I got them easy playoff lock.
Really?
Easy.
So we're giving them a wild card.
I'm going to give them a wild. I don't think they win the division yet with Cowboys, but I locked them up for the playoffs. But they can easily get the 5 or 6 in the NFC. Hands down.
All right. Okay, so he's got him as the wild card spot. I think I'll just have to agree. I think definitely having Brandon Marshall, Sterling Shepard, Odell, Roger Lewis, shout out Roger Lewis, is definitely a lethal trio. And obviously Roger Lewis, because he's got to get ticked. But going forward, they have to address their run game, their offensive line. They got pieces on defense with Olivier Vernon and a nice little secondary.
You got JPP back.
Yeah, and Landon Collins, cannot forget Landon Collins. That team is shaping up pretty nice, but I think Dallas still is the class of the NFC East. Washington maybe can make some noise. Maybe. I don't really see Kirk Cousins progressing any forward.
How do you think the Eagles going to do if they were to bring back Deshaun Jackson? Because he's a free agent now.
If they get Deshaun Jackson, I like them more so with Alshon Jeffrey. I think that'll be a better fit for them.
Think he gone?
I need him to come back. If I want to see the Bears unseat the Packers.
I mean, you got to get a quarterback first. You got to address that issue.
Definitely.
I mean, Mike Glennon's out there.
Now look, I talked about Mike Glennon already. I'm not trying to see Mike Glennon. But while we're on the subject, we might as well stay in the NFC East. Tony Romo, it's looking like they're going to release him. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's time. There's no need. I mean, he has at least, he's what, 37? 36, 37?
36, 37.
All right,
yeah.
so he has a good amount of years left in him. No need to hold him back because Dak Prescott clearly proved he is the starter of the Dallas Cowboys. No question about it.
Oh, no doubt.
So now it's a matter of where's Tony gonna go, and can he have an impact of much higher caliber name, but Peyton Manning. You saw the impact Peyton had on the Broncos.
Right.
He moved on from the Colts. The question is, wherever Tony Romo goes, can he have that same impact?
I think for Dallas, I think he could win in Dallas still. I think for them, you talk about he's going to count for $24 million on the cap. Like, he has the highest cap hit in the NFL right now. That, for a backup quarterback, we got to get rid of that. For him, I think a team like Houston, obviously they still pay a lot of money to Brock Osweiler, but if they're trying to move on from him, that's a nice option. Denver, they said they didn't want to trade for him, so now if he's a free agent, nice move because he's a Super Bowl caliber quarterback.
For sure.
Obviously, he hasn't been there, and that's Dallas 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. Plus, the fumble when he was a rookie.
Yeah.
The stuff just seems to happen, and he gets blamed. But I think he can take a team with a legitimate defense and a run game to a Super Bowl.
But now he asks the question: can he stay healthy? Because he is 36. He's 36. Injuries have always plagued him throughout his career, but now him being 36 is definitely an issue along with on top of those injuries.
I think I wouldn't put as much stock into it as people do. Obviously, having a back injury is a concern, but I think if Dallas didn't have Dak Prescott, I think we see Dallas take the steps forward that they did this year with Zeke. Mm-hmm. They go, maybe not. How many wins they had this year?
13,
14. I don't think they do that, but I think they still win the division. Zeke still goes crazy, but Tony Romo's back. At any point, anybody could be one hit away from ending their career.
That's true.
So if you're going to go forward with an injury fear, why are you even playing the game? I think a team getting him probably will get him for a lower salary than obviously in Dallas and go forward and try and win the Super Bowl. I think his injuries, he'll get a season, 2 seasons healthy for the rest of his career. I think that's about right for a guy his age.
Yeah.
But definitely an end of an era. He's the franchise leader in multiple categories. Didn't get that Super Bowl, but nobody's calling him Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman. So I definitely, Tony Romo did good for his time there. And it's time. Dak is pretty good.
Yeah, I think Dak's ready to take the reins over the Dallas Cowboys.
Definitely. And, well, that's all I have for you guys today. I want to thank you, Richard, for being on the show. He's a good friend of mine, guys. He knows his sports. I always got to know your sports coming on this show. But I want to take this time to thank all the women out there. Today is International Women's Day. And for all you ladies out there, especially when it comes to sports, it can be an uphill battle, but nothing is impossible. So all the strong ladies out there, thank you. And I wish you all the best of luck. I want to thank my mom. She's the biggest influence I have. I know your mom is an influence in your life too.
Absolutely.
So on International Women's Day, I want to salute all the moms, definitely. That's all. From Anion Sports, #BeGreat.